What's up, guys? It is 9:42 a.m. It's Tuesday, January 31st, and this is the crypto market update. So we got the monthly close today, so I'll save that for a video later today. But for now, we're going to look at the short term. We're going to look at the market dynamic charts, the bond yields, dollar, stock market, Bitcoin. We'll dive into a couple altcoins, but I want to keep this kind of succinct and to the point. So we got bond yields. We've been tracking the same thing for a while now. I mean, we got rejected up here, and it looks like now we're going to come back down and test down here if we break this short-term trend line like this. So until we break up, then we can say, all right, then we got to go to here. We break up from here, then we'll revisit the levels. If we break down here, we come to here, and then we'll revisit the next levels from there, which would just be the 786. So I'm going from the low to the high, and it's likely it would come down to 2.826%. And then to the upside, we want to see if we broke out to there and say that was the bottom right here, we would want to see a rejection at 4.1% if we did get up there. So we know what levels to watch, but for the short term, we're looking at these horizontal lines right there. I'm going to just throw these horizontal lines at the 786 on both sides, so we can just track that going forward. All right, now let's go into the dollar. So the dollar right now, we saw the short-term kind of trend line break, and we had called it in real time. We showed you the market update yesterday. Actually, no, it was in the Discord yesterday. After the market update, I posted some follow-up in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, come join it. And it was giving real-time updates as we saw a little correction and in crypto, and we saw the correction because the dollar started breaking up. It broke out of that trend line that we were watching in the video. So this is what we're watching right now. Let's go to the 12-hour chart. So we broke out of that short-term trend that we had stated, popped up here. We still kept going until like late last night. We saw the dollar come back down, and it's continuing at the moment. If I go out to the daily chart, we have this longer-term trend line because we were tracking this. And let me actually just delete that. So we were tracking this short-term trend. We broke up right into this long-term trend line where we found some support. This was a fake out, popped back up above it, support, broke down from it, rejection, 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 rejection at first, pop above it, fake out, rejection, 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 rejection. And then now we're up to that line again. So, and right now we're seeing a long wick on the top. I'd like to see that continue. If I go to the 12-hour chart, let's see. Yeah, we don't want to see a break above that. If we see a break above this, I think we were saying that, hey, we're likely going to come to the 12-hour 200 moving average, which by the time we would get there would coincide from this top to this low. This is coming down every day or every 12 hours. And the 200 moving average by the time we probably got up here would be at the 786. So that's what I would target as if we broke above this level and then broke above the EMA ribbon, I'd target right up here. But we have this resistance and then this resistance we're currently at. And I'd like to see us come down and break now. If this was the top right here, I'd like to see us come down, break the 786. That would send us back down into this below the trend line, the short-term trend line right here. And it's likely we'll come down, retest this bottom trend line that's sitting at the 1.618, which is 101.112. So that's what we're looking at. I'm going to put this horizontal line here. We know that we have a horizontal line here, which is 786. And then I'll put the horizontal line at that level we got rejected at, which was so important. And then also the top of this EMA ribbon. So that's what we're tracking. Yep, so we got that. And I can hide some of these and we can keep it clean. Oh, so yeah, so that's what we're watching. Bigger picture stuff. We go to the day the 1 day. We can see that the middle of the void lines right here is where we got rejected at. So yeah, that lines up with the level that we should be watching. So that's all good right now. We do see TSI cross up, stock RSI cross up though. The blue's still up here. So we could just pull back down very quick. That's why if I go to the 12-hour, we're already up here. The pink was trying to get above the blue, not there yet. TSI is up here. But if we go down to the 6-hour now, this is what I'm watching because this is what we were watching all back here. We saw rejection, 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 rejection at the zero line. When we popped above the zero line here, it was like a little fake out. But then when we broke back down, we went on another massive run. Right now, we did pop above it right here, or the red is at least above, which is a faster line. The green is just going over. So maybe that was just a quick little fake out and we're going to pull back down. That would be the best case scenario for us. we see that the MACD is turning like white right now. We're kind of stalling out. Stock RSI crossing back over. If we go to the 4-hour chart to get a closer look, it does look like stock RSI crossing down. TSI is like leveling out. MACD is leveled out. RSI is starting to point down. The EMA ribbon is starting to flip. That's why I want to see us break below that level, so we can avoid flip from bearish to bullish. If we go to the 2-hour chart, we are seeing the momentum cross over. And then the 1-hour chart, we've already seen it. So if I'm looking at it on a microscope now, on the 1-hour chart, we flipped the EMA ribbon from red to green, and we're above the 200 moving average. And that is a little worrisome because that's what we see on the bigger picture when like we see a trend flip bullish. So in the short term, the trend for the dollar has flipped bullish because we got above the 200 moving average, flipped the EMA ribbon from red to green, and right now we're holding support. So I would really like for us to see a break below the EMA ribbon and this kind of be a fake out. So I'm going to put this extra level here around 102.11 right there. I like to see us break down below that for sure. So that's what we're watching there. Let's go to the 30 minutes, see what the momentum is doing. We are seeing downwards momentum. And then the 15 minute, we started to pop up. We're close, but we just saw the EMA ribbon. We were holding that support. We just broke below it. So that is a good sign in the short term. We want to see us come down, break this 200 moving average, which is sitting at that horizontal line that we said on the 1 hour. We want to see us break. So that's that for the dollar. Let's go to the stock market. I'm on the daily chart, but actually let me go to the 12-hour and just show you kind of the upwards channel trend we're in right now. We see resistance. We saw support right now. If I go to the 6-hour, you can see it better, just traveling back and forth between this. We did break the 786 from like this top we were looking at down to this bottom. We did break above it. And right now we're holding that as support. So that's all good. So what we can target is the 1618 sitting at 13,271. We need to see us break back above 12,224 though. So we got that there that we need to get above. We got this that we need to hold as support. And then let me pull the 786 from this top to this bottom. We stretch it out. And then we have this level, the 0.786 of the macro move here. Right there, just a little bit below the 1618 of this extension. So that's what we can target. Then if we get above that, it's game on. If we were to go up here, hold that support, because then if I go to the daily chart, we would be really changing this trend here, like because we're retesting this top. I would like to see it peak above, come back down. We'll start to see the 200 moving average kind of curl over, come back down, hold it as support, which we didn't do every single rally on this downtrend, and then we'll know it's game on, and then we'll go up and we'll change the trend. You'll see it curl, and then we can really go into another multi-year bull run for the stock market, regardless of any events or black swans. So let's go to the Bitcoin chart. This is what we were watching, and it played out very well. That's why you can't panic on dumps, because you could just sell out right at the bottom. If we take this low, these are all the same levels I drew out yesterday for the market update. If I take this low to this high, look what we did. We came right down to the 786, which is this horizontal line. If I go down the 1 hour, you can see that we did not even close a body of the candle below it. We respected that level. Respect. We came down, wick, bodies above. Beautiful, just beautiful holding the market structure. There is no point to panic at this point until we came down. We broke 22,400. We're still maintaining in that higher low structure. You got a high, you got a low, you got a higher high, you got a higher low, you got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And we're just maintaining that structure. So for now, we're good. Like, we're still maintaining those levels. We're respecting those levels. We had that trend line drawn from back here, support. We broke through it, rejection, got back above it this morning. And we reclaimed this horizontal line right here. I think we were tracking as far as another level of, a lot of resistance came in right here. And we reclaimed 23,000. And I said, I'm more comfortable when we're over 23,100. I said, I feel better when we're over 23,200. Then I said, if we get over 23,300, then it's on. and we're getting close to getting back to there. But I would say now that we have this new data, we'll take this high down to this low, and I want to see a break above 23,650 because that's a 786 from this move, this high to this low. I want to see us break above this 786 with a lot of force, kind of maybe something like this. Come up, a lot of force, bang, retest it, and then just send it on out of there. That's definitely what we want to see. That'll take us to like 25K. So that's definitely in the cards, definitely on the radar. I do still feel as if like we need to have a brief pause at some point, but you know, Bitcoin can amaze you and it can keep running longer than you expect. So I'm going to keep going with the trend. I'm going to take it level by level. I'm not going to bet against the trend here. The trend's your friend. So that's what we're watching for that. We have the levels lined out. Take a screenshot or something. So you could take a screenshot. Or you could just come join the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, hit the link in the bio, come join the Discord. I'm updating real time in there. So yeah, that's what we're seeing. Also, if we're talking about this micro move right here from this high down to this low, first, before anything else, we need to take out basically where we're at right now. Yeah, we're at the 786. We're breaking through it right now. We need to see us hold above 23,150. I would just say, yeah, that's the 786. Want to maintain above there and start to take out these highs. Then we can talk about taking out the 786. But for now, yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good at the moment. As long as we watch those levels, then we'll be fine. And we're seeing the momentum cross up. That's a 1 hour chart. Now keep looking at the momentum. 2 hour chart, we're just now crossing up. 3 hour chart, very close. 4 hour chart, very close. So like what happens on the short term time frames make up the bigger time frames. And you can just see just by going 1 hour. And just look at this right here. Look at the kind of how it reacts. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hours. So like you can see how what happens on the 1 hour, if we cross up harder on the 1 hour, that's going to come and spill over into the 2 hour. And then the 2 hour, if it gets up here, that will spill into the 3 hour, and then we'll probably get a cross. And then if the 3 hour gets up here, that'll spill into the 4 and the 6, and we'll get a cross on there. And that's what we're waiting for. And it's looking good for that. So, but we got to keep watching the levels, make sure that we're not taking any out, because then we have to reconsider. So that's that. XRP. Right now, if I go to the 30-minute, so we're trying to reclaim above 40 cents. That's good. I need to hold above there. But yeah, so I already had the levels from yesterday. Oop. So what we're seeing right now is a change of trend. Obviously, we're in this downtrend like that. And then this morning we had reversed it. And right now we're riding this short-term trend like that. We go to the 15-minute chart, you can see it better. Yeah, like boom, switch trends this morning. That's because the dollar is going down. And right now we are just trying to hold support above this kind of cluster right here. So yeah, that's why I want to see us hold above 40 cents. If we go to the 30-minute again, we want to see the momentum keep coming up here. Let's go to the 1 hour. And we want to see it keep coming up. 2 hour crossed up, 3 hour, it's about to cross, 4 hour, about to cross too. That's beautiful. You love to see it. And ready? Look at this. And we came down to retest a 702 retracement from this low to this high, 702. We didn't make it to the 786. We still could though, could come back down for one more and then go. But it's looking like the odds are more to that we've kind of bottomed on this move. Let's go to unless there's a huge kind of sell-off wick to come back down and get it based off of the FOMC meeting tomorrow or something. That's definitely in the cards. There are some wild cards this week we got to be aware of. But if I look at this, I'm seeing that this pattern right here is the same as this one. And it's just a little bit more stretched out. See what I mean? So if I'm looking at this, so I just took that one and just stretched it out a little bit and I just match it like that. It does seem like we completed this pattern and now we're heading on the upswing to go higher. So if I were to kind of judge this high down to this low, very close to hitting the 1618. So I'll say this high to this low, if we can take out the 786 around 0.4224, I'm eyeing a move up to 46.5 cents. Definitely for sure. And that's coinciding right when we dropped off from this point, came up, retested it. So that's going to be a critical level to get above to start reaching these highs here. So that lines up. Yep. So that makes sense for the level. If I go to the 10 minute, no, sorry, I meant to go to the 3 hour, and I want to look at, okay, we got a minute left for this candle to close. We are seeing the TSI cross, MACD's coming in, stock RSI's coming up. If we can just see that pink cross over the blue, we're on, because that's what we had, this kind of mess of the blue and pink kind of mixing together. That was our kind of consolidation. Once we saw the pink take off, that's when we took off. So I think this week, like in the next, honestly, 24, 48 hours, we should see the deciding move as far as, are we going to go to a deeper correction or keep heading up here? I do think we're going to keep heading up here, but it's all based off the levels. If I'm looking at Stellar, we're sitting at a critical trend line for Stellar. So if I were to go like that, we're sitting right at it like that. And yeah, so that's why I'm like, okay, are we going to break down lower? We definitely could, because we still haven't hit a 786 yet, but we don't necessarily need to always hit the 786. If we're extremely bullish, we're not going to head down to the 786. I hit the 618, the 0.5, which we already did, and then just keep rallying. So definitely not out of the cards to just keep rallying here. We do have that trend line. If I even stretch it out, you can see that when we broke down below it, rejection, 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 we broke above, support, 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 support. So like that's our key level to watch for Stellar, this trend line, because if we break it, then it's likely the 786 is in the cards. And then at that point, I believe we'll hold that and then go rally up. But yeah, that's what we're watching, guys. I'm going to keep it at that. We looked at a lot of things. The market dynamics charts, you got to keep your eyes on those. Those are the keys. And then Bitcoin, and then, the stock market, Bitcoin, XRP, XLM. And then I'm going to be doing a newsletter today, and then wait till I show you guys what we uncovered in a deep dive. We found gems on gems on gems, and it's the creme de la creme, that's for sure. So if you're not already, subscribe, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and leave a comment, let us know what you'd like to see as far as deep dives. What projects are you interested in learning more about? Come join the Discord. I'll put the link in the bio. Say what up. I'll say what up too, and I'll see you in the next one.